Okay, guys. I have been talking for a while now about running a challenge to make $1 million from a $1,000 investment. Okay, so that's pretty much what the challenge is about. So I'm making this video to do a complete breakdown of how it is going to run, what to expect, how long it is going to last for, and the trade models that I'm going to be trading. Like I said, like most of you already know, I trade majorly ICT concepts, but there are specific models that I'm trading. So I'm going to also do a breakdown of the model so that you would know the idea behind my trade calls. Now the plan is I'm going to drop all my trades on my Telegram channel. All the trades that I'm going to be taking for this challenge, I'm going to be dropping everything on the Telegram channel. Okay, the initial plan was to drop my specific entry point, my specific take profits, targets, and stop loss. However, there's going to be a little bit of a change to that, and the reason is because of the way prop firms work. Okay, like I said, I'm not trading a $1,000 account to $1 million. Okay, the plan is not to trade a $1,000 um forex account to $1 million. Okay, that's just that's something that is not, it is possible but not realistic. Okay, so the plan is to take $1,000 and purchase a prop challenge, a prop firm challenge on FTMO, which is a 200K account that costs roughly about $1,100. Okay, that's the cost, and then trade that $1,100, um pass the challenge, pass the evaluation, and then trade the funded account, the 200K funded account, okay, and hope to make $1 million in profit from that account. So that is the plan. That is what I intend to do. Okay, so because of the nature, because of the way prop firms work, because of their rules and regulation, okay, that is why I wouldn't be able to drop my specific entry point and take profit target and stop loss. Okay. Of course, I'm going to point you to like I've been doing all this while on the Telegram channel. Okay. Um, Pro firms, they don't want copy trading. If they see multiple people, two or more people with the same entry point, take profit target and stop loss, um they will suspend or terminate your account. Okay, I wasn't even aware of this initially. I wasn't aware of this, but it was a friend of mine that called my attention to it. He's also a trader and also on my Telegram channel. Okay, so we're just discussing randomly. I was like, are you aware that prop firms they do suspend account when multiple people are having the same entry point? I was like, wow, I don't think that is true. I disagree with him initially, but when I now went to the website, I went to FTMO, I went to MFF, and I realized that they don't want copy trading. You don't want multiple people with the same account taking the same trade. Okay, and this is a screenshot from the um from MFF website, okay, where they clearly stated that using third party expert advisor is okay so long as it is not managed or traded by another party. Okay, all signals must be your own and based on your own setup. Prop trading is about your ability to trade and not about using other people's ability to trade. Okay, and if you go down, say at my forex fund, we are looking for individual traders to go with us long term. What this means is that we want you to be the trader. Okay, it's okay to learn your skills from other experts. However, use of signal bots, trade management services, or trade copiers will not be accepted. If we notice someone using these services, we will suspend their account. Okay, we are constantly monitoring all accounts to make sure the rules are being followed. Okay, so this is MFF rule. They don't want multiple people with the same taking the same trade, pretty much That's okay. That's what they are trying to say. They don't want multiple people taking the same trade with the same entry point, stop loss, and all of that. All right. And when I went to FTM website, I didn't really see anything that is specific in relation to this. So I initiated a chat with them on my dashboard, on the client area dashboard, and the reply was that they don't accept it. Okay, it's okay to copy. If you have multiple funded accounts with them, you can take the same trade on those funded accounts. But if different people different people are taking the same trade, the same entry point, stop loss, and take profit target, that they will suspend their account. So they confirmed that to me, and that is why I would not be dropping my specific entry point, take profit, and all of that. But like I've been doing previously on the Telegram channel, I'm going to call your attention to, okay, I'm taking a trade from this fair value gap. Okay, I'm taking a trade, and the whole narrative for that trade, like I have always been doing, I would drop it. When I'm taking profit, I'm going to tell you I am taking profits, or this is where I intend to take profits. And okay, so that's pretty much how it is going to run. I know that a lot of you would have preferred, okay, you want a specific, you want my entry point, you want my stop loss. Unfortunately, that is not going to be the case. Okay, but you don't even need to know my exact entry point. Okay, but if I say, okay, I'm entering here, I mean, that's pretty much where I'm going to enter. The only difference is that your entry and my entry might be a little bit off by, a few pips. Okay, and that is why I'm going to do a detailed video on how I make my entry. Okay, that's why I'm going to do a detailed video on my trade models. Okay, so I'm going to do a complete video, okay, from how I determine my entry point to where I place my stop loss to how I enter. Personally, I don't use limit orders. Okay, I don't use limit orders. So I'm going to teach you in the next video I'm going to drop how I know when to enter. Okay, for example, if there are two fair value gaps, how do I know which one to use? How do I know that it won't go to the next one? Where do I place my stop loss and all of that? How do I refine my stop loss and all of that? Okay, so I trade three models. Okay, so I'm going to do a separate video, very detailed video on my trade models and the entry parameters, how I know where to take profit or where to scale out and take partial. Okay, so after before the end of the week, I would make the video and I will drop it, and then I can get started with the challenge straight away. Okay, so like I said, the plan is to purchase a 200K FTMO account, and then um pass the challenge, pass the verification stage, get funded, and then hope to make $1 million in total payouts from that account. Okay, so that is the plan. All right, so I'm going to start with 200K account. Once I've withdrawn a few times from it, then I can get another 200K account so that I can reach the max funding on FTMO, which is 400K. Okay, and I'll merge them together and trade that. That is the plan. All right. Now, in terms of risk parameters, some of you may already know I use 0.25% per trade. Okay, most people would feel like 0.25 is quite low, but it works for me. That is what I've come to settle with. Personally, I don't like having drawdowns, okay? And I don't like having losing trades. I hate it when I have losing trades. I don't like it at all. Even though you can't avoid it, there will always be losing trades. There will always be losing trade, okay? I will always have losing trade, but I don't like having, for example, if I have a 2% drawdown, I don't like it. Okay, any drawdown that is less than the 1%, I personally don't like it. Okay, I don't like it. Okay, so using 0.25% allows me to have a losing streak without having too much of a drawdown. Okay, I can have four losing trades and I would only be down by 1%. Okay, I can have eight losing trades and I would only be down by 2%. Okay, I can't even have eight losing streak. Okay, it's very rare, that I will have 8 losing streak. My highest losing streak since I started trading ICT concepts is like maybe 3 max. That is my highest losing streak. Except on period when maybe when I over traded or I'm trading out of emotions. But when my trade is well planned, when I follow my trading plan, when I don't deviate from it, my highest losing streak is usually 2 or 3 trades. Okay. Um, in a week itself, more like in a week, not even like in a day. All right. If I have 2 losing trades in a day, most of the time I tend to just wait till the next day, reevaluate and wait till the next day. All right. So risk parameter is 0.25% per trade, and I would recommend you do the same, especially if you are going to be trading a prop account. Okay, if you are going to be purchasing a prop account with your money, I would you want to keep the account, you don't want to blow it. Okay, if you don't hit the profit target, you'll be given another opportunity to retake it, or you'll be given an extension. So if you are risking 1% and you have a, let's say you have a 3 or 4 losing streak, that's 4% drawdown. No, it's hard to get out of a 4% drawdown. Okay, so it will affect you emotionally, it will affect you psychologically, all right? So I use 0.25%. If I have 2 losing streak, it is nothing to me. Okay, if I have 3 losing streak, it is absolutely nothing to me. All right. So just take it step by step. Don't over leverage, don't risk too much. All right. That is my own approach, and I'm also recommending the same. You don't have to follow me, but that is what works for me. And if you are comfortable risking more than 0.5%, feel free. Okay, if you want to use 0.5, you want to use 0.75, feel free. All right. So it has worked for me. I've passed multiple funded challenge using that approach. Okay. So let me even show you some of my funded challenge so that you know that um I know what I'm talking about. All right. So this is my FTMO certificate. All right, this is how I passed the challenge using just 0.5%. Okay, and I had almost zero drawdown on my verification stage. In fact, zero, not even almost. I had zero drawdown on my verification stage, risking just 0.25%, and I passed this in 2 days. Okay, so um if you frame and properly plan your trades, okay, you only need like 2 trades and you hold on to it, you pass the challenge, right? You pass it, right? And although there are times I might increase my risk to 0.5% or 0.75, even 1% sometimes if I'm up in profit. And it's not like I'm going to enter straight up with 1%. Okay, I only tend to increase my risk. Let's assume that um I've taken a trade, I've entered a trade, and trade is in a drawdown, and I still have a lot of room on my stop loss. Okay, and I'm convinced that price will not get to where my stop loss is. I may open another trade. Okay, I may open another trade that will make it 0.5%. All right, and some other times I might open trades on EU and GU at the same time. So the risk I will be putting on the table in that situation would be more than 0.25%, especially if I have 2 positions opened on EU and 2 positions opened on GU. That would be um like almost 1%. But on most of the time, I tend to keep it at 0.25% if I'm taking just one trade on EU or GU. But if I have 2 trades on both, that would be 0.5%, of course. And in situations where maybe I enter a bit too early and price is still, going against me a little bit, and I'm convinced that price will not get to my stop loss, I may take another trade. I may open another trade, and then that will make it 0.5%. So, but generally, when I'm in on a trade, I don't want to have more than 0.5%, 0.25% as my risk. Okay, and this is my verification challenge as well. Okay, so both the verification and that's pretty much I passed 0.25%. So I'm showing you this so that you would see that you don't need to risk too much. Okay, your goal should always be to keep the account. Okay, your goal should be to avoid drawdowns. And when you have too much risk on the table, you would very easily have drawdowns. As long as you avoid drawdowns as a trader, I tell you, you will do very well. Okay. Um, but feel free to do whatever you think is best for you. Okay, so let me also give a bit of a disclaimer. If you have never passed the demo, if you are new to trading, you don't have the trading experience, I would advise you not to spend your money on this. Okay, you can open a demo account and trade it. Okay, all my trades, my trade call and everything will be on the group page, but I'm not an expert. I don't even have years of experience in trading. Okay, I just started trading just roughly by a year ago. Okay, and I'm glad I came across ICT content on time, which has really elevated my trading. Right, so I'm not I'm not all my trades will not be right. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, I would have losing trades. Okay, if you are going to be taking advantage of my trade calls on my Telegram channel, which is completely free of charge. Okay, so if you are not yet on the Telegram channel and you are seeing this video for the first time, feel free to join. However, my win rate based on my FTMO stats is roughly, I think it ranges between 65 to 75%, sometimes to 80 on some months. Okay, so pretty much that means that out of like 10 trades, I tend to lose like three, okay, or maybe two or three. Okay, so you have losing trades. Okay, so it's important you manage your risk well. I'm not going to advise you to put your money on this. Okay, so if you have never, for some of you that I've been communicating with, okay, I've always advised you that don't um spend money on getting a prop challenge if you haven't passed the demo. Okay, you can register for free on FTMO. Okay, I set up a demo account. Make sure you pass it a few times. Personally, I made sure I passed 7 demo, okay, in a row before I went to spend my money on the challenge. Okay, I passed 7 different demo on FTMO in a row before I put my money to say I want to buy a challenge. Okay, it gives you a lot of confidence. Okay, that's what trading a demo account will do for you. Even though the environment is not going to be the same as when you are trading, when you have money on the line. Okay, the psychological part of it might not be the same, but when you register for a demo, you still want to trade it as though you have money on the line. That's pretty much how I did mine, and it boosts your confidence. Don't feel that you have done it multiple times. You have done it times and times and times again. Okay, by the time you put your money on the line, even if maybe the market condition is not the best and you end up being in a drawdown, because you know you have done it before. Okay, you won't be worried, you won't be bothered. Just keep doing what you are doing until you get out of the drawdown and pass it. Okay, so um don't take my trades, don't take my words as if your bias is different from mine. Okay, feel free to trade your bias. Don't take whatever I post on the group page as as golden, as the final. Okay, I can make mistake. My view of the market might be wrong. So follow your instincts. If you feel like you don't want to take longs, okay, you are favoring shorts, feel free. Irrespective of what I say, irrespective of my view on the market, irrespective of my bias, you should be able to have your own bias, and you can probably just use mine as confirmation for yours. And when my bias is different from yours, it doesn't mean you cannot still make money. Okay, it doesn't mean that I will be right. I can be right, you can be wrong, you can be wrong, you can be right. Okay, so what I'm saying in essence is just take it easy. Okay, don't over risk, don't over leverage. I believe that you find a lot of value in it. I strongly believe you will. A lot of you will find it very useful, especially if you have been struggling to pass a challenge, right? I'm going to be more intentional with my trade calls, like especially in terms of where to place your stop loss. I think that that's the part that a lot of you might still be struggling with. All right, so that's why I'm going to cover that in the trade model video, a separate video on this. Okay, so that you would know where to place your stop loss. Getting an entry is easy. Okay, you are entering at a fair value gap, either at the low or the high or the middle, wherever. I'm going to let you know specifically how to know where to place your entry. If I point you to a fair value gap, like okay, I want to take a trade or a short or a long from this fair value gap. Okay, sometimes the fair value gap may be large. So how do I know, when to enter? Okay, I don't use, like I said, I don't use limit orders. Okay, so I'm going to explain to you exactly how I make my entry in the trade models. All right, so just re-emphasizing that. All right, if you have any question, feel free to drop it in the comment section, or you can also drop questions on my Telegram channel. There is also a group page for the channel as well, where you are allowed to chat. All right, so that's pretty much it for me. I will see you in the next video.